Have you ever felt like time is slipping away faster than it used to? Maybe you found yourself reflecting on the years gone by, thinking about the things you still want to do, the places you still want to see, and the goals you still want to achieve. It's a natural feeling, especially as we get older, to start wondering how much more time we have left to make the most of our lives. But here's the thing, aging doesn't mean our lives are any less vibrant, or that we should stop chasing our dreams. In fact, some of the most fulfilling chapters of our lives can come after retirement or when we're in our 60s or 70s. The trick is to live with intention, live like you'll die tomorrow, but learn as though you'll live forever. That's what we're going to talk about today. Now, you might be thinking, that sounds great, but how do I actually do that? It's a good question, and it's one that many of us start asking as we get older. How do we keep our minds sharp and our spirits high? How do we make the most of each day, no matter our age? In this video, I'll share some practical ways to embrace life fully while continuing to grow and learn, no matter where you are in life. We're going to explore how to create a mindset that allows you to live passionately, whether you're starting a new hobby or deepening your relationships with loved ones. Let's start by talking about the first point, and it's something that we often overlook as we get older: embracing the present moment. It's easy to get caught up in the past. We often think about what could have been or regret things we didn't do. And of course, we sometimes find ourselves worrying about the future, about health, finances, or simply whether we've done enough with our time. But when we focus too much on the past or future, we miss the beauty of the present. One of the best ways to live fully is to focus on today. Right here, right now. Every moment is a gift, and that's something we can appreciate no matter our age. It's about letting go of regrets and worries and truly experiencing life as it unfolds. Take a moment to think about something simple you can enjoy today. Maybe it's a cup of tea, a walk outside, or a conversation with a friend. It doesn't have to be big or complicated. Just being in the moment can help you feel more alive. It can help you recognize the beauty in the everyday. And the more you practice this, the easier it becomes to focus on what really matters. Living in the present doesn't just make us happier, it also improves our mental and physical health. Studies have shown that mindfulness, or the act of focusing on the present, can reduce stress, lower blood pressure, and even improve sleep. It's something that's available to all of us, no matter our age, and it's a simple yet powerful tool for living like you'll die tomorrow. The second point I want to talk about is staying curious and never stopping learning. If we want to live as though we'll never stop learning, we need to make curiosity a part of our daily lives. This doesn't mean we need to go back to school or take on a huge new project. It's more about adopting a mindset of lifelong learning. When was the last time you learned something new just for the sake of it? Maybe you've always wanted to play an instrument, or you've been curious about learning a new language. Or maybe you've been meaning to read more books or watch documentaries on topics that interest you. The beautiful thing about learning is that it doesn't have to be difficult or overwhelming. You don't need to become an expert in everything you take up, but simply engaging with new ideas can spark creativity, improve memory, and keep your mind sharp. Take learning at your own pace. If you've always wanted to learn to play the piano, maybe you start by learning one song. If you're interested in photography, perhaps you begin with your phone and a few lessons online. Small steps can lead to big rewards. The point is that there's always something new to discover, and that can give you a renewed sense of purpose and joy. And it's not just about hobbies. Learning can come from everyday interactions as well. It could be asking a grandchild about their favorite activities or having a deep conversation with a friend. Asking questions and being open to new perspectives is a great way to keep your mind active and engaged. So, the first two things we've covered are living in the present and staying curious. Both are essential to living like you'll die tomorrow, but also learning as though you'll live forever. Now that we've covered those first 2 points, let's talk about finding purpose in what you do every day. Purpose doesn't just come from big achievements, it's also found in the small moments. And when we find purpose, we feel more energized, connected, and fulfilled. This is something we'll dive into in the next part. But before we move on, think about something you could do today that makes you feel alive. Maybe it's an activity you've put off, or maybe it's a small, simple act of kindness. Whatever it is, try to make it a part of your daily routine. Now that we've explored living in the present and staying curious, let's move on to finding purpose in our daily lives. It's something that becomes even more important as we age. Finding purpose doesn't just give us a reason to get up in the morning, it can make us feel truly alive. You might be wondering, what does finding purpose mean, especially when I've already lived a full life? Well, purpose isn't something that only comes from major accomplishments. It's often found in the small, everyday things we do. It's in the joy of helping a neighbor, volunteering, or spending quality time with family. Purpose doesn't always have to be monumental, it can be deeply rooted in the simple act of making a difference in someone else's life. For example, maybe you've spent years raising children or taking care of your family. That's an incredible purpose in itself. But as your life evolves, you might find new ways to create meaning. Perhaps you start a new hobby that brings you joy, or maybe you mentor someone who could benefit from your wisdom and experience. Finding purpose also helps you feel more connected to the world around you. Research shows that people who feel a sense of purpose tend to have better physical and mental health, experience less stress, and even live longer. Having a purpose gives your life direction, and it motivates you to keep going, even when the days get tough. So, how do you find purpose if you're not sure where to start? It begins by identifying what truly matters to you. What brings you joy? What activities make you feel fulfilled? It could be something as simple as gardening, writing, or volunteering at a local charity. Take time to reflect on what has made you feel connected in the past, and explore ways to incorporate more of that into your routine. But purpose isn't just about what you can give to others, it's also about what you give to yourself. As we age, it's easy to feel like we've already done our part, but remember, it's just as important to nurture your own growth and happiness. Maybe that means taking up something you've always wanted to learn, like painting or traveling to a place you've dreamed of. Whatever it is, keep investing in yourself, because you deserve it. Now, let's talk about something that often gets overlooked: maintaining strong social connections. As we age, it's easy to feel isolated, especially if we've lost friends or loved ones. But socializing is an important part of living a fulfilling life, and it's crucial to our health and happiness. It's easy to assume that as we get older, we should settle into a quieter, more solitary lifestyle. But in reality, human beings thrive on connection. Engaging with others, whether it's family, friends, or even strangers, helps us stay mentally and emotionally healthy. Regular social interaction lowers the risk of depression, boosts our immune system, and even improves our brain health. If you haven't already, now might be a good time to reconnect with old friends or join a community group. Social clubs, book clubs, or even just meeting for coffee with an old acquaintance can help combat loneliness and bring new energy into your life. If you're physically able, try participating in group activities like dancing, walking clubs, or cooking classes. Even simple interactions, like chatting with your neighbors or attending a local event, can make a big difference. Of course, building meaningful relationships takes time and effort. But the rewards are well worth it. The more connected you feel to others, the more fulfilled and engaged you'll be in your own life. And you'll likely find that, in turn, you become a source of joy and support for others too. Now, let's move on to the final point of this section: embracing physical activity. Staying active as we age is crucial, not only for our physical health but also for our mental well-being. Exercise doesn't mean you have to hit the gym or run a marathon. It's about keeping your body moving in ways that feel good for you. Whether it's a daily walk, stretching exercises, or practicing yoga, moving your body can help you maintain strength, flexibility, and balance, which are important for preventing falls and injuries. Exercise also helps regulate your mood and reduces stress, and it's been shown to improve sleep quality and boost energy levels. If you're unsure where to start, begin with small, simple activities. You can go for a walk around the block, do some light stretching at home, or even try chair exercises if you're dealing with limited mobility. The key is consistency. You don't have to do intense workouts every day, but staying active in some way will help you feel stronger and more energized. As we age, it's easy to make excuses and skip physical activity. But remember, the benefits of staying active are far-reaching. Not only will you feel better physically, but you'll also boost your mental and emotional health. And when we feel good physically, it's easier to enjoy life and live with a sense of purpose and vitality. Now that we've covered finding purpose, maintaining social connections, and staying physically active, it's clear that living like you'll die tomorrow and learning like you'll live forever isn't just about big life changes. It's about making small, intentional choices each day that keep us engaged, curious, and connected to the world around us. In the next part, we'll dive into how to keep your mind sharp and continue learning throughout your life. We'll explore ways to engage your brain and stay mentally active, which is just as important as staying physically active. So, let's continue this journey together and discover how to keep living our best lives. As we've explored, living with intention, staying curious, finding purpose, and maintaining social connections are key ways to live fully at any age. But there's another crucial element we haven't yet touched on: keeping your mind sharp and engaged. This is where the idea of learning as though you'll live forever really comes into play. As we age, it's easy to think that our brains become less sharp, but that's not necessarily true. Just like our bodies, our minds benefit from regular exercise. And the good news is, mental exercise doesn't have to be difficult or time-consuming. It can be as simple as engaging in activities that challenge your brain and keep you thinking in new ways. One of the most powerful ways to keep your mind sharp is through reading. Whether it's a novel, a non-fiction book, or even articles online, reading allows you to continue learning and exploring new ideas. It also improves memory and cognitive function by keeping your brain active. If you haven't already, consider setting aside time each day to read. It doesn't have to be long, just 15 or 20 minutes can make a difference. If reading isn't your thing, that's okay too. There are many other ways to challenge your mind. Playing games like chess, crossword puzzles, or Sudoku can help strengthen your cognitive abilities. Learning a new skill, like playing an instrument or learning a new language, is another great way to keep your brain engaged. These activities stimulate different parts of your brain and improve overall brain health. The more you challenge yourself, the stronger your mental muscles become. Another way to keep your mind sharp is by staying curious about the world around you. As we age, we sometimes feel like we've seen it all or know everything we need to know. But the truth is, the world is always changing, and there's always something new to learn. It might be a new technology, a current event, or a new trend in health and wellness. Stay open to these new ideas and explore them with an open mind. This curiosity doesn't just help keep your brain active, it also helps you stay connected to the world and the people around you. For example, you might have a conversation with a younger family member about something that's going on in their life. Maybe they're learning about a new scientific discovery or a technological breakthrough. Asking questions and learning from their perspective can spark your own curiosity and inspire you to keep exploring. Now, let's talk about the final piece of this puzzle: embracing resilience and adaptability. Life will always throw us curveballs, whether it's health challenges, unexpected changes, or simply the ups and downs that come with growing older. But the key to living a vibrant life is the ability to bounce back and adapt to those changes. Resilience isn't about avoiding difficulties, it's about facing them with strength and grace. One of the best ways to build resilience is by maintaining a positive mindset. When you face challenges, try to focus on what you can control, and take things one step at a time. This doesn't mean you ignore your feelings or pretend that everything is fine. It means acknowledging your challenges and then finding ways to move forward with hope and optimism. This approach not only helps you navigate difficult times, it also helps you enjoy the good times even more. Incorporating small practices of gratitude into your daily routine is one way to build that positive mindset. Each day, take a moment to think about something you're grateful for. It could be something big, like the love of your family, or something small, like the warmth of the sun on your face during a morning walk. Gratitude has been shown to improve mental health, boost happiness, and reduce stress. The more you practice gratitude, the more you'll notice the positive aspects of life, no matter what challenges come your way. Another part of resilience is embracing change. Change can feel uncomfortable, especially as we get older. We may feel like we're losing control or that the world is moving too fast. But the ability to adapt is one of the most powerful tools we have. Whether it's learning how to use new technology, adjusting to a different routine, or finding new ways to stay active, embracing change can help us stay engaged and keep growing. Remember, learning as though you'll live forever means being open to change and new experiences. It's about embracing the unknown and finding excitement in what's to come. You don't have to have all the answers, and you don't need to be perfect. What matters is your willingness to keep trying and to stay curious about what's next. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with this final thought: life is about balance. It's about living fully, without regrets, but also being committed to continuous learning and growth. Living like you'll die tomorrow encourages us to cherish the present moment, to find joy in the everyday, and to appreciate the people around us. But learning as though you'll live forever challenges us to keep growing, exploring, and adapting, no matter how old we are. So, take a moment today to reflect on how you can embrace both of these ideas. Maybe it's by taking up a new hobby, reaching out to a friend you haven't spoken to in a while, or simply pausing to appreciate the beauty around you. Every step you take toward living fully is a step toward a richer, more fulfilling life. I encourage you to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. What are some ways you stay engaged and curious? And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel for more content that will help you live your best life. Here's to living your best life at any age, and may every day be filled with purpose, curiosity, and joy. Thank you for watching.